We've all been there. That feeling of pure frustration when you buy something new, you get it home, and it's broken, or it just doesn't work like it's supposed to. So what if I told you there's a way to turn that frustration into an actual successful resolution? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to write a complaint letter that doesn't just get read, it gets results.
All right, let's start with that moment. You know the one? That sinking feeling in your gut when you realize your brand new purchase just isn't what you'd hoped for.
I'm willing to bet most of us are nodding our heads right now. It's a totally universal experience, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it's a gadget, a new shirt, or some kitchen appliance. You've spent your hard-earned money on it, and that feeling of disappointment, it's real.
Yep, that's the moment of frustration. And look, your first instinct might be to just toss it in a drawer and give up, right? But there's a much more powerful tool you can use, a clear, concise, and really compelling letter. So, the big question is, how do you actually write one? Well, instead of just throwing a boring list of rules at you, we're going to do something better. We're going to deconstruct a real-world example, piece by piece, to see exactly what makes a complaint letter so effective.
And here's our guide for today. It's this letter from a displeased former customer about a pair of faulty earphones. So let's dive in and break down why this thing is pure genius, paragraph by paragraph.
Okay, let's really get into this. The opening, it's just perfect. See, the writer doesn't start with anger. They start with the facts. They say what they bought, where they bought it, and when. And this is the crucial part. They immediately bring up the store's own promise. That sets the stage and establishes a clear baseline of what was expected right from the get-go.
And notice how clear this is. The problem is stated so simply and confidently. There's none of that vague language like, they kind of seemed broken. Nope, it's specific. One of the cables had not been connected. That leaves absolutely zero room for misinterpretation. Okay, so next, the writer gives a super clear account of what happened. They did what they were supposed to do, but then they hit this new, unexpected roadblock. This part of the letter is brilliant because it perfectly contrasts what was promised, a simple refund for a faulty item, with the frustrating reality of what happened at the store.
And here's the knockout punch. The tone is firm, but it's not aggressive. The writer just calmly states the logical consequences. You're going to lose a customer, and I'm going to have to report you. This shows they're clearly upset, but they are in complete control. And let me tell you, that is way more powerful than just an angry, emotional outburst.
So how does all this come together into a strategy that you can use? Well, the letter we just looked at wasn't effective by accident. Not at all. It followed a proven, repeatable formula that you can use for pretty much any complaint. And here it is, the 4-part formula for success. It's so simple. First, you set the scene with the basic facts, just like a writer did. Second, you lay out the gap between what you expected and what actually happened. Third, you present the main problem with zero ambiguity. And finally, you wrap it up with a firm but still polite statement about what you're going to do next. It's like the perfect roadmap to a really powerful letter.
All right, now before you even start writing using that awesome formula, there's one simple step that can make your letter like 10 times stronger. Seriously, it's all about a little bit of prep work. And this right here is your secret weapon. Before you write a single sentence of your letter, grab a piece of paper and make a simple chart just like this. In that first column, just jot down what the salesperson or the ad promised you. In the middle column, what's actually happening. And in that last column, write down what you expect the company to do about it. This super simple exercise gets all your key points organized perfectly.
Just remember this. Plan first, write second. Seriously, taking just 5 minutes to map out your complaint like this will make sure your final letter is focused, logical, and just incredibly persuasive. It really is the difference between a rambling, messy email and a professional, effective complaint that gets taken seriously.
Okay, so let's recap. We've deconstructed an expert-level letter. We've learned the 4-part formula, and we've discovered the power of planning. Now, let's just lock all this great knowledge in with a few final quick reminders.
So when you're writing, always remember these key things. Start with a formal greeting, something like, "Dear Sir or Madam," or "To the Customer Service Department." Give that crystal clear, factual account of what happened. And hey, it's totally okay to express how you feel, like your disappointment or frustration. Just do it clearly and calmly. And then you just end with a confident closing, like "Yours sincerely."
So there you have it. You now have the tools and the formula to turn a really negative experience into a positive outcome. The next time a product lets you down, you're going to be ready.
you'll know exactly what to do. So, my question for you is, what problem will you solve with your next letter?